Success is the child of drudgery and perseverance. It cannot be coaxed or bribed. Pay the price and it's yours. Orison Swett Marden. My friends, each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes, that is all we ask. And that is the drudgery. That is the perseverance. Can you do 10 to 15 minutes to have potentially early retirement choice, riches beyond your imagination, the ability to read the stock charts, and even if you just want to be a value investor, understanding when to buy and when to sell. Who wants to pay too much for anything? Who wants to sell at the bottom? You want to buy at the bottom. You want to sell at the top. You want to know what's actually going on, and understanding the mood of the market is what we look at. Now let's jump into these charts today. And this is another one of those days where everything is up. Now, what does that mean? Well, we've talked about this several times. The common wisdom is, of course, if the ruling party is winning, the market will be going up. Now, we see we had 2 weeks of a downturn on the S&P 500 going into the second week, but check it out on election day. Market popping up. Now, it's still below the weekly trend line. So is the 2-day. And this 2-day candle, of course, finished drawing on Tuesday. It's a red down candle. Up in the morning, a little further up in the afternoon, 1.21%. But again, overall, the mood down. So we will pay attention to how we get through this election. Don't expect anything to be totally decided at the end of the night, but we'll see how the market plays its way out. Depending on how things go, we may continue with this down move. And of course, we did have nice volume last week in the turnover. We'll see how the volume goes this week. So far, 2 days in, not a whole lot of volume. On the 2-day, that's Monday and Tuesday, we have not reached, even the average is well above average on that last one. We did have average in the afternoon. So we'll pay attention to all these things as election day comes and goes. 1.28% is what the NASDAQ 100 is today. You can see up in the morning about the same, maybe going down a little bit in the afternoon. But again, below the weekly trend line on the half day and the 2-day. And we'll continue to keep an eye on things as the week plugs along. What about bonds? Well, bonds have, just sort of been finding a little bottom here, it looks like. They're up for the day, 0.50%, pushed through the weekly trend line at the end of the day. You can see on the 2-day a green spinning top. First green candle we've seen since the 15th and then of October. And then we have to go all the way back to the 17th of September. So again, we will pay attention to this. Lots of volume. You can see where we had the interim low and things with higher than average volume bottomed and then turned around. So we'll see how that 2-day continues to play out. You can see on the weekly chart where, again, high volume last week with the interim low, and now things appear to be turning around. So we'll see how the volume goes this week. Some of you may have already pulled your play. We had a nice run on this down move. So we'll see just what bonds do. We're only at Wednesday, my friends. We're not doing anything necessarily right now, but we're watching, paying close attention. Things could revert with this crazy environment we're in with politics and everything else. They could revert right back over tomorrow. What about gold? Gold up 0.23%. Again, not a lot of volume this week. This red volume means that we opened lower this week than the prior close. Small candle, not a lot of volume on the 2-day, not a lot of volume on the weekly. Below on that, not a lot of volume on the half day. The half day is below that weekly trend line, so is the 2-day. So we will be paying attention to see if, again, bonds are bottoming and gold is topping. Stocks may be topping. We shall pay close attention as we go through this potential transition period. Lastly, Bitcoin up 3.14% for the day. Again, you can see up in the morning, not quite as much in the afternoon on the half day. you can see a red spinning top down candle with lots of volume, both where things hit the interim high and then have been rolling over. And look at all the volume we're already at here on, I'll blow that up a little bit for you. Look at all the volume that we're already almost up to average just by Tuesday. So we will pay close attention as to what's up with Bitcoin as the week continues to proceed. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.